Welcome, welcome, welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you my collection of tiny knives. Starting off with one that's not so tiny, but for size comparison, for those, we have a Demco 20.5. We have, let's see, Benchmade Crooked River. Very different sizes there. And SRM 9201. So obviously these are very small knives in comparison. So let's get into it. First up, we have the Bird knives, starting from biggest down to smallest. We have the Bird knives, what is this? The Robin 2. Let's see if the camera will decide to focus here. Focus, maybe get underneath this light. Robin 2. Very good little knife. Full 4-finger grip for my large hands. But it's a small and dexterous blade. Good for small food prep. Not quite good for summer sausage cutting. A little small for summer sausages. But, you know, it's good for pepperoni sticks and stuff. Packing up your Slim Jim and you want to cut your Slim Jim into little pepperonis, put it on your homemade pizzas. Good little knife. Absolutely humongous pocket clip, though. I wish they would do something about that clip. That is too much clip. But it's a good knife. $30 some. Fantastic knife. Lasts a while. I've had this going on almost a year now. And staying sharp. I haven't used it that much. I've used it a good chunk, but not that much. Still quite sharp. Great knife. Up next, we have the Massillon Mini Flipper, which on the opposite end of the spectrum has no pocket clip. When you can't win, it's a lose-lose any way you look at it. But this is a fun, fidgety little knife. This one, not so fidgety. This one, very fidgety. You can Spidey flick this sucker. You can flipper tab it. It is a 2.5 finger grip, but it's a very versatile box cutter. I love this little knife. This is for $20. This is a lot of knife. You get D2 steel, you get washers, or not washers, but ball bearing washers in the pivot. You get titanium scales, frame lock. Absolutely phenomenal little knife. Fits in the 5th pocket of your jeans absolutely wonderfully. It's just fantastic. The one little complaint I would have with this knife overall is how much the pivot screws poke out. Without having a pocket clip, it just feels weird, and they're right there. I don't know, I wish they'd just make those flush. But that's just me. $30, $20, great knives. I would highly recommend you get at least one of those. Those are fantastic. I'd say sticking with the pocket knives, we have the Opinel number 4. Fantastic little knife. I have the stainless version. You can buy these in carbon steel and stainless, or carbon steel or stainless. Can't have both in one knife. You can buy them like this, where they're plain handled, or you can buy them with a keychain attached to the handle with a hole drilled through the pommel there. So that's fantastic. It's a very thin blade, definitely very thin, but it is strong. It does bend a little bit, but it bends back. It's heat treated wonderfully. It's stiff, which for this size is good. And this is still new. It'll loosen up a little bit, but it is a little stiff coming out. But I like that. It's just a friction folder kind of deal. Great little knife. Love it. This clocks in at like $17. But I think it's well worth the money. Check it out yourself. Going into kind of the multi-tool side of small pocket knives, we have the Leatherman Style CS, which is the scissor-based multi-tool. Great little scissors. They snip through almost everything I've encountered. like all scissors, there's some stuff that it does cut, some stuff that it doesn't cut, and the stuff that it doesn't cut, it will cut if you find the sweet spot. That's just how it is. It comes with tweezers, very thin tweezers, a little thinner than the Victorinox tweezers, but they're very, very useful, very doable too. I like these. A cap lifter, carabiner, great little tool to have. Excuse me, I have some burps coming up. We have a fingernail file and a flathead driver at the tip. Very nice. I do apologize for the camera not focusing all the time. I'll try to work on that in the future, but no promises. Nothing on the back here, no ruler, nothing, just smooth back, but very abrasive fingernail file, very good. We have the main blade. They're Leatherman's 440 steel, I think, or something else like that, very equivalent, very sharp. It has a chisel grind, very good. I like that. I modified mine with this little 3D printed part here at the base, which will take Leatherman's flat bits and ratchet driver and give you a little bit more of a screwdriver situation going here, which is fantastic. Lovely little combo. And if you tinker a lot with small bits, this I think would be the way to go. Fantastic little tool. These clock in at about $45 though. You may want to try to find these on eBay for a little less. Now, going into Victorinox, we have my first Victorinox that I got years and years and years and years ago. Small thin pocket blade there. Very well used, as you can tell by the scratches. We have flathead and fingernail file. And then we have the signature scissors. Fantastic little scissors. Holding up great so far over the years. A red flashlight. Not a laser pointer, but a flashlight. And ballpoint pen, which I have replaced cartridges on this. Fantastic. Lovely little pocket knife. Coming in probably about $60, depending on where you buy these. Also for about $60 to $80 now. I think Victorinox has raised the prices on some of their stuff, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've checked. We have the Mini Champ, which has actually 2 pocket blades. Aha! Double blade. Small blade that I like to use. Actually, a lot of people like to use this as their save back blade to keep it super sharp. I actually use this as my hard use blade because it's a little pokier and thinner, and I like to get it into stuff and poke around and dig out. So, you know, that one is my hard use blade. This one's my save back for a little bit nicer stuff. But we have a wide selection of attachments in here. Scissors again, Phillips driver, cuticle pusher, which I just used to like pop open batteries, like the little clips on your battery packs on remote control stuff, just in, pop out the batteries. Ruler, nothing on the other side. Package opener or orange peel opener. Small blade. And fingernail file with dirt digger, as I'm going to call it. Gets the dirt out of your fingernails. And a good lanyard ring. Now I have a lanyard ring for this somewhere. It's on something else, but I don't know where that something else is. But that's just how it goes. Touch up the blade just a wee bit there. Yep. I don't like to let it get dull, super dull, but I don't want to keep that one super sharp either. But in the world of small knives, these are definitely keychain worthy. This one can be a keychain if you don't have that. That does kind of get in the way of keychains. But these are all like 5th pocket or just in the big pocket of your pants kind of knives. Just throw it in there, forget about it. You've got it. They're big enough to do the job. They're strong enough to hold up to the job. And they'll do the job that you need them to do most of the time. Although if you're doing really heavy stuff, I recommend that you just go on and get a full-size pocket knife that's a little bit bigger, heavier duty, sturdier, yada yada. So that's today's video about my small collection of small knives. Hope you found it useful and informational. If you have questions about any of these knives, comment down below, and I'll answer your questions as best I can. And until the next video, carry well, and bye-bye.